Hello and welcome to HITC Sport. Right, let's take a look at the top 15 players in the world according to the last Ballon d'Or rankings and take a look at each player's best ever season. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang 16-17. Okay, it's been well established. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, after a slow start to his career, juggling bench warming at the San Siro with being chucked around the bottom rungs of French football, he's since found his feet as a goal-scoring monster. It's been nearly 7 years since this man failed to score at least 20 goals in the goddamn season and was the perfect replacement for Robert Lewandowski at Borussia Dortmund. If I'm gonna ruffle up his best season, then I'm going to point squarely at the 16-17 campaign. This was the year Aubameyang established himself as world class. Surely, not only did he bang in 40 goals in all competitions for Dortmund, he finished the domestic season with 31 goals in 32 league games. Yeah, they only finished third in the league, but he still lifted the DFB Pokal Cup, scoring the winner against Eintracht Frankfurt in the final, reached the Champions League quarter-final, with his hat-trick overturning a first-leg deficit against Benfica in the previous round. He even bagged a couple of goals against Real Madrid in the group stage, which probably meant a lot to the lad, considering he famously promised his granddad he'd one day sign for the Spanish Giants. You never know, Pierre, there's still time. Antoine Griezmann 15-16. If there's one thing about Antoine Griezmann, the lad is consistent so much. It's quite hard separating any of his 5 seasons at Atletico Madrid. If I closed my eyes and pointed, I'd still be picking a damn good campaign. How about let's go for a second season at the Wanda Metropolitano, battering home his personal best 32 goals in all competitions, including 22 in the league as they finished third and reached the Champions League final. Had he not missed a penalty against Real Madrid in the Milan showpiece, Atletico might have actually won the game and the trophy. If that had happened, there would be no competition for this man's best season. Roberto Firmino 17-18. Many of you would probably say this has been Roberto Firmino's best season. Lads, I know the work the Brazilian does off the ball is great. I know his importance to Liverpool attack and how he makes them tick, creating space for Salah and Mane, but still, Firmino was 8 league goals by March. No thanks. Instead, let's go for the 17-18 campaign. Firmino battered in a personal best 27 goals in all competitions, 11 more than he's ever managed in a single season for the Reds. Yeah, he scored 15 in the league as they snuck into 4th, but in Europe, the man was devastating, stuffing in 10 goals and providing 8 assists as Liverpool reached the Champions League final. The man was directly responsible for 18 goals in that competition, officially the most productive man in Europe that season. His winner at the Etihad Stadium to ram home the stake in Man City's European ambitions for another season. Considering Liverpool had lost 5-0 there earlier in the season, this was the perfect revenge mission and one of the most memorable moments in Liverpool's recent history. Sergio Aguero 18-19. Christ, where do we start with Sergio Aguero? I'm tempted to pick his debut season at the Etihad, where he battered in 30 goals, including a last-day, last-minute winner, as Man City lifted their first ever Premier League trophy. Yeah, dream season, sure, but how about the 18-19 one? Even at the age of 30, and off the back of a hopeless World Cup, the man stuffed in 32 goals in 46 games as City lifted the Community Shield, EFL Cup, FA Cup and Premier League. Insane. Matthijs de Ligt 18-19. I mean, this is no contest. Without a doubt, Matthijs de Ligt's best season was last year. Not only captaining Ajax to another league title at the age of 19, but leading the club to within a cat's nose hair of the Champions League final, firmly putting himself in the shop window as the most coveted centre-half in world football. Not bad for a lad barely out of his teens. Kevin De Bruyne 17-18. Christ, there are so many possibilities for this one. Kevin De Bruyne's best season, they've all been pretty spectacular. Well, I'm not going to include last season, alright? Yeah, I know City hoovered up nearly every trophy in sight, but let's not forget, he was injured for half the season and started the FA Cup final stuck on the bench. 19 games, 2 league goals, not happening. Instead, let's pick the season before that one. 17-18 with the Belgian in his peak. He bags a league high 16 assists, 12 goals in all competitions as Pep Guardiola's machine finally hurtles into gear, winning the Premier League with 100 points, 19 ahead of second place. Oh yeah, they got their hands on the League Cup too. Eden Hazard 14-15. Listen, Eden Hazard has a very good shout for having his best season being the last one. It was the first time he scored 20 goals in a season for Chelsea. He got his hands on the Europa League, but in reality, and what they mention is third in the Premier League and lifting Europe's second-rate competition acceptable for a club with the financial muscle of Chelsea. It's not. There's a reason why Hazard left during the summer. Instead, let's go with the 14-15 campaign. 19 goals in all competitions. Chelsea win both the Premier League and the League Cup. Hazard wins the Premier League Player of the Season award. Yeah, not bad. Just a shame his follow-up season made him look like a crap Marc Albrighton. Frankie de Jong 18-19. Just like De Ligt, what other season are we going to pick for Frankie de Jong? There is a reason this campaign got him nominated for the Ballon d'Or in the first place. And I know this guy is not exactly a goal scorer, but the previous campaign, he didn't even manage one in 26 games as Ajax finished trophyless and had managed to exit both the Champions League and Europa League by mid-August. So his follow-up act was a big improvement, playing 52 games as Ajax won the league and reached the Champions League semi-final. For God's sake, he was voted the tournament's midfielder of the season. Riyad Mahrez 15-16. I'll be honest, I don't think Riyad Mahrez is ever going to top top the 15-16 title winning season with Leicester, I'll hold my hands up. At the time, I thought Mahrez was a big bag of rubbish who desperately needed to be upgraded. He'd scored 4 goals in 32 games as Leicester spent the entire season stuffed in a relegation scrap. So where in the Turtles' ballsack did this come from? 18 goals in 39 games as Leicester not only stayed up, but won the league? I remember when he burst into life in August 2015, scoring 4 goals, including a stunning late equaliser at home to Spurs, as desperate fantasy league managers frantically began to stuff him into their team. I was expecting his form to eventually die off, a bit like Teemu Pukki this year, but it didn't. At all. Suddenly this man was winning a host of individual awards, being linked with big money moves to Arsenal. Where did this come from? Bernardo Silva 18-19. Good old Bernardo Silva. Well, it has to be last season, doesn't it? The 18-19 campaign, Silva's second season at the Etihad, and one where he really found his feet. 13 goals and 14 assists in all competitions. By the end of the season, the former Monaco man was keeping Leroy Sané wedged to the bench. He was popping up with crucial, title-defining goals like the one at Old Trafford in April. Although to be fair, David Gea probably should have saved it, which has been the story of his career lately. Robert Lewandowski 19-20. Okay, this is ridiculous. Robert Lewandowski turns 32 this summer. He should be in the process of slowing down. But no, he's having the best season of his life. I don't understand it. This is a man who scored over 40 goals in a season on 4 separate occasions. He's reached Champions League finals, scored 4 in one match against the biggest club on earth, bagged 5 goals in 9 goddamn minutes, and yet right now, he's enjoying a season better than all of those. Clearly this man has been tucking into his morning Weetabix, because by early March, he has 39 goals in 33 games. These are Lionel Messi type stats. He's also the leading goal scorer in the Champions League with 11, one ahead of Erling Haaland. He's been absolutely unbelievable. Alisson 18-19. I know most of you want me to include this season, but no. Yeah, he's having a typically brilliant campaign for Liverpool, which will surely end on a league winner's medal, but he has also battled injury, so how about his debut season on Anfield? 51 games, 21 clean sheets in the league, Champions League medal. Considering he began the season by being made to look like a mug against Leicester, that's not a bad way to recover. Kylian Mbappe 18-19. Well, it could turn out to be this season, but for now, let's say the 18-19 campaign. Full of confidence after ripping the World Cup to shreds, the lad subsequently bundled home 39 goals in all competitions for PSG, including 33 in just 29 league games, proving that yes, French football is far too easy for a talent like his. Ending the season with 2 more trophies, winning the League On Player of the Year award and Golden Boot, yeah, pretty good. Mo Salah 17-18. I mean, what else am I gonna pick? Mo Salah will probably disagree with me since I am picking his only season in a red shirt that didn't end in a trophy. In fact, it ended with a broken arm and a face full of tears. But I don't care, if we're talking individual performances, you are not topping this. He arrived at Liverpool at Chelsea flop, reportedly not even Jurgen Klopp's first choice, and then he subsequently batters home 44 goals. His form was so incredible that he even forced the likes of Harry Kane into robbing goals off teammates in a vain bid to try and stop the Egyptian from his path towards the Golden Boot. Sadio Mane 18-19. You know what, I'm gonna go for last season. Yeah, I know Sadio Mane has been pretty incredible this year too, but did I think when this lad first ended up at Liverpool that he'd ever be getting his claws on a Golden Boot? Considering he was just an export from mid-table Southampton, never in a million years. Cristiano Ronaldo 14-15. You know what, Cristiano Ronaldo has won the Champions League 5 times, and I almost feel stupid not picking any one of those seasons. Ask him himself, he'll probably say the 16-17 season was his favourite, and why not? 4 trophies, but still that was not peak Ronaldo. He only scored a measly 25 league goals and just 42 in all competitions. Sure, he was doing those numbers at Old Trafford. The 14-15 campaign was insane. Tell me back in 2005 when Ronaldo was a step over jumped up puppet with an end product on par with a dilapidated duck. Tell me then that this lad would go on to score over 60 goals in a season and I'd laugh in your face. That's what he did in 14-15. Yeah, Real Madrid only finished second in the league, losing out to Barcelona by 2 points, and exited the Champions League at the semi-final stage. But he did lift the UEFA Super Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup. He finished Champions League top scorer for a 3rd consecutive season, coming in with 10 goals. He managed to bag 5 in one game against Granada, which included an 8-minute hat-trick. This was also the season he bagged his 300 goals for the club. He managed to surpass Alfredo Di Stefano's club record of 28 hat-tricks and won the European Golden Shoe for a record 4th time. Insane. Virgil van Dijk 18-19. Pick any one of this guy's first 3 seasons at Liverpool. Seriously, you could randomly pick any one of them and they'd be correct. Yeah, his debut season was strong, but he also spent half of that moping around at Southampton, so no, instead, his first full season. Van Dijk proves the difference as Liverpool are crowned champions of Europe while he hoovers up individual awards across the planet. For God's sake, when this fella was slumming in the dregs of Scottish football, did I think he'd one day be finishing above Ronaldo in the Ballon d'Or votes? Never, ever, ever. Lionel Messi 11-12. 73 goals. 73 goals in all competitions in one single season. Think about that for a minute, lads. That is a joke. That is more goals than Chelsea managed in the Premier League that season, and they were crowned champions of Europe. This fella casually battered home 50 goals in the league as if it was nothing. Radamel Falcao was the 3rd highest goal scorer in the league that season, and came in 26 goals behind Messi. Yeah, I know this season brings painful memories for the guy. Real Madrid won the league, and his missed penalty saw them deprived of a Champions League final, but hey, they still left to 4 trophies, and the amount of records he broke. My God, he ended the calendar year of 2012 with 91 goals. One footballer scoring 91 goals. Never mind the Mayans. That was enough to make me think the world was going to end. Anyway, that's the end of it, lads. Let me know, what do you think? Have I got these ones wrong? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.